I just thought on practice this week and how it's looked as he gets set for the home opener against Montreal.
Yeah, no, I thought we had a spirited week of practice. I thought these guys came out and competed hard. I know they're excited to get into the field in front of our fans, and so really looking forward to tomorrow night.
Still seeing Matt Schultz take the reps. Any sense on where Drew Brown's availability is going to be on Friday?
Yeah, no, Drew. Well, yes, Drew will not dress this week. Matt will start, and we'll move forward in that direction.
Any sense that he might be available for week 3? Too early to know at that juncture?
I'm not like the mighty Karnak, but if I were to hazard a guess, I would, I would think he could be ready for week 3.
TD Place was kind of a fortress for you last year. You had a way better season. Do you have talks around the locker room with the guys for the importance of doing good in front of your own fans?
Well, we talk about the importance of doing good every week, but we are excited about playing in front of our fans. They support us well, and we always want to give them great entertainment when they come here. And so, do we personally? Yeah, this is our home field. You fight for home field, right? And we work to dominate on this field.
What's the difference between what Drew brings and what Matt Schultz brings?
Well, they're two totally different quarterbacks. Matt's probably a little bit more mobile in how he plays, and I think it's part of how they attack the game. Drew's goes through and gets the ball out on his reach. Matt can do that, but he adds a dimension of where he can run maybe a little bit more. They're both fantastic leaders. They both can make all the throws that they need to make.
Any update on Alonzo Adai?
Yes, regrettably, Alonzo's going to be done for the season. I'm not going to get into the injury, but it's obviously with his elbow and tricep. I feel for Alonzo because the way he was playing, the way he was communicating in the area. I know how much work he put in this offseason, and I feel awful for him. I know he'll come back strong. He's got very strong mentally and battle through us, and I know how he'll help us. Whoever's playing, whether it's Charlie at free safety, going forward from there, he's still a huge part of what we do, and we'll work forward like that.
What have you seen from Charlie Renland?
Well, Charlie's come in. It's his second year, I guess, and he's come in and has a great understanding of Coach Field's defense. And back there, get him working together with Darius in the communication of the calls and lining up the secondary. He's to the spot. He's quick and has a great understanding. And it's just like about everything. You got to make sure you finish when you're out there.
What do you want to see from your team this week that you maybe didn't saw last week?
A win.
Yeah.
I don't ask a lot more than what they give. These guys give everything that they have. We do have to be a little more disciplined than what we were last week. Felt we played a physical game, that we were committed. We got to be a little bit consistent through. We had a little dip in the second and third quarters, and consistency is a big thing for us. We want to be consistent every single play, right? And that's big, and that's what I expect from these guys, and that's what I believe I'm going to see.
The loss of Alonzo Adai and just other Canadians as well. I mean, you signed 3 this week, and you don't have a lot of Canadians because of injuries. How difficult is that, especially with special teams where you try and incorporate some of these guys in the spots?
Well, at the end of the day, when we wrapped up camp, we said we got the guys here who can do it, and we're not just talking about the starters. And so, obviously through attrition, you have to bring in some new guys, but we're very positive about the guys we have on the roster. And so we're looking forward to see them play. When you talk about special teams, Coach Campbell do a fantastic job with those guys, and put slide guys into the spots where they need to play. They know the expectation. It doesn't make a difference whether they're starting at the beginning of the year or they just made the roster as a practice roster player. Our expectation in them making this team is that they can come in and play at a high level, and that's what we'll get out.
Of course, every season you got to do with injuries, but when it's week 2 and you get that amount of players that are how big of a challenge for a coach is it to manage that?
No, it's opportunity for these guys, right? So it doesn't make a difference. We know injuries are going to happen. Like I just said, you know, the guys we have here, we have full confidence in, and so you work forward. You worry about the things you can control. You don't worry about the things that you can't. And as I said, with the guys that we have, we're very excited to see them play.
Thank you.
Thank you.